Hello guys, how are you? Time for another message. I'm so happy to be on here. It's been a while. I keep saying I'm gonna get on here more and more and more, but I always get crazy busy and it's like things just come out of nowhere and like my schedule is just bizarre. But anyway, so as I was meditating and praying, I was really called to give this message. It's actually 2 in the morning. So I don't know why. I just felt, and trust me, I had to go through a lot to set all this up. It doesn't look like it, but yeah, it was a lot of work. But I wanted to give this message because I was feeling like there's someone out there who just really needs to hear some guidance, some spiritual, just something that they can't come up with on their own. Something that Spirit's trying to get over to them and to convey to them, but somehow or another they need to just hear it from someone else, or maybe they need to hear it a different way. So I hope that this message helps the people that really need a breakthrough. I feel like some people are really struggling, collective, either you or someone that you're involved with or the people that you're involved with are struggling. And so I was looking and the word grace came to me. It's like walking in grace. So I was actually compelled to look up grace in the dictionary, which the dictionary version is, to do something that with ease, with charm, in an attractive way, but not like to make it look effortless. So how to make your spiritual walk graceful and look like you're not having to try so hard, but it's just effortless and it's coming to you and you're not seeing your spiritual journey as such a struggle. Okay, so you need to focus on walking and ask God to help you walk the spiritual journey with ease and grace. I feel like some collective or people that you're involved with or around feel very much like everything is a struggle, and like to be spiritual would be too much of a struggle. So they don't feel like they could do it gracefully. They feel like it's going to be awkward. Okay. So walking in grace, so we're going to start walking our spiritual journey in grace effortlessly. And there's actually a Bible verse, John 1:16, and of his fullness we have all received grace for grace. So basically, it's like God is telling us he's already given us grace, and he doesn't want life to feel like a struggle. He wants life to be beautiful for you. He wants you to wake up so thankful to be alive, just full of gratitude, happiness, joy, that sort of like childlike, Christmas morning type excitement about your life and your spirituality, and just growing and learning the lessons that you're supposed to be learning. So I feel like some people in the collective or others that they know might feel like the lessons, that their spiritual lessons are being taught too harshly. Like it's not easy lessons. So you can actually pray to God and say, God or Creator or whoever, please give me gentle spiritual lessons. Please make my lessons, my life lessons, more gentle. And if you do that, the Bible says, ask and it shall be given unto you. Seek and you shall find. So if you ask for an easier, lighter journey and more grace in your life, it will be given to you. Okay? So walk by grace. Now, I'm going to use this deck by Rachel Photon, who I really love. She's actually one of my favorite readers of all times. And I'm gonna use her new deck and just see what comes out, see what kind of messages I can give you guys. So first, I'm gonna drink some wine. I'm actually drinking out of the bottle, which is bad, but it's a mini bottle, and I didn't feel like getting a glass, so whatever. Okay. Don't judge. Actually, you can judge. I don't care, but I should get a glass. I know, but I just was in the mood. Like, walk downstairs and I was afraid my cats are gonna knock over all these candles and burn the house down, so. Okay, so let's see. These cards are just going crazy. I left the lighter out. I'm a little bit of a disorganized mess today. It is 2 in the morning in my defense. Okay. Yeah, change and intuition, but they came out in the, not in that bright, they came in reverse, out in reverse. So, but with this change, it's like you or someone you're dealing with is really struggling with this change or with making changes in their life, which is what I said, like feeling like the life lessons are just too hard. And evolution, becoming different, restructuring, movement, new position, transformation. So this is a message about transformation, modifying, replacing, altering. Something is happening, okay? And so it's time for change. Change is ahead. Embrace change. And because it's in reverse, I just feel like either you or someone you're dealing with does not want to make this change. And they are resisting it so much. Not just them, but like even maybe people they're involved with. Everyone in the situation. And basically there's no possibility, and there's no way to avoid this change, because you see how like in this card the caterpillar is turning into the butterfly, but there's no way this caterpillar can say I'm not doing it. I don't want to become the butterfly. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna stay in this cocoon. No, it's an evolving process that can't be stopped, kind of like having a baby, like, or whatever, or death or birth, death. Those things cannot be avoided. It's coming. So whatever life change this is, it's very big, I believe. I don't know that to be a fact because I don't have enough cards, but I believe it's a very big change and it is necessary. And you intuitively know it's time for a change, or maybe you haven't known that, or you know where the person that you're dealing with is not listening to their intuition, hasn't been listening to their intuition because it's still in reverse, which is intuition, the next card, but they're starting to. And part of this change is learning how to listen to their intuition, or you learning to listen to your intuition. So it's divine knowing, instincts, intuitive insight, connection with source of consciousness. So that's that grace that I was talking about, the grace to effortlessly and easily connect to divine or consciousness, whatever you want to call it. Maybe even getting dreams, because it says Akashic Records, so like maybe in your dreams you're getting flashes of past lives, or you're getting flashes of the future, or just things that you know you need to do, or certain people in your life you're seeing things on a much deeper spiritual level at this point, or you're about to. That could be part of this change. Divine communication from angels in your spirit realm. So your angels are trying, or you or someone you're involved with are trying to get you or this person to listen to their intuition. It's time to listen to the intuition. This change is coming. It cannot be stopped. Just like this butterfly, this caterpillar cannot just say, I'm not going to become this butterfly, because it's their fate. It's destined. That's what they were born for. They were born to go through this transformation. Okay. And to listen to the intuition and to take heed to it and realize how powerful your intuition is. More powerful. And a lot of people in this three-dimensional earthly realm are really distracted right now. You know, it's like the devil energy of this planet tries to keep you stuck and distracted and, you know, tied to your TV, tied to your phone, doing all these things, chasing after money, chasing after, you know, hair, nails, cars, whatever it is, keeping you, blocking your intuition, because when you're so distracted like that, it's hard to really tune in and hear what your spirit team is telling you, or this person. I think, like, what I'm hearing is that whoever needs to go through this transformation is getting signs and synchronicities. Like there's a lot of strange things happening. I don't know if they're like things they're hearing, seeing, signs, numbers, people's names, just weird coincidences, and they're just like, it's kind of weird. It's actually their antennas going up. So they're getting, you know, I think, you know, their spirit team's trying to get through to them. And this person has like, doesn't have that very strong of faith in this kind of like in spiritual things and believing in intuition and tarot and I don't know, things that you can't see. This person has a hard time really putting any faith or stock in things that can't be proven or seen on this earthly realm. They don't like opening themselves up to like magic and spiritual and intuition and things like that. This person's a little bit afraid, or you, whoever this reading is, you have to see how it resonates. But like, is it you or is it someone that you're dealing with? Because it could be you or it could be like your child, your mother, your father. Depends on who you're in your life is you're watching tarot for, kind of, or you know what inspired you to come to this video. You know what I mean? Okay, but the sun and then intention in reverse and soulmate. So this has to do with the soulmate. And that's interesting that I said soulmate because I just said your child, your mother, your brother, because like a twin flame is usual. I mean, we pretty much all agree, not everyone, but collectively most people agree that twin flames are male and female energies. But soulmates that can also be like children, mothers, you know, father, sister, brother. I think you can even have best friends that are soulmates too. It's like a spiritual, strong spiritual connection from many lifetimes. And y'all come here together to be like a support system or, you know, to support one another's spiritual journey and help you to walk in grace and make it more effortless and to make those spiritual lessons a little bit easier to take and not so difficult in life, okay? So this person or you needs to make a change. These changes are inevitable, meaning they cannot be avoided, okay? Your intuition you haven't always listened, this person hasn't always listened to their intuition, but they're starting to, and something to do with the sun. So maybe going out in the nature, looking at the sun gazing, being in the sun is gonna really help to increase this person's intuition. Because like if you look at this card and the brain is like all kind of lit up with the purple or pinkish intuition, and then in this card with the sun, you see like all the flowers, the colors, and the plants are all kind of the colors of the intuition. So something to do with like flowers, maybe put flowers in the house or buy flowers of these colors, this pink and kind of purplish pink color. Maybe go into a tropical area, the beach, but the sun, the water, the palm trees, like all of that sand, which is interesting because also I was playing around here trying to look into some things, and I have my other sand thing which fell down there, and I found this sand thing, 2 of these, which is like time. And when this is out, that means time's running out, time's run up. So this time, it's just a matter of time too, I'm hearing. It's just a matter of time before this takes place in either your life or someone in your life that's a soulmate to you. Time is running out. And on a soul level, every spiritual person involved in the situation knows it. They spiritually know time is running out, almost up, okay? But yeah, I just feel like it's like these people are kind of looking up to the sun, and I feel like this is like the spirit guide here, just like, yes, finally, yes, you're listening to your intuition, you're seeing that you need to make this change, you're like they feel like they're getting through, because you see these ladies are looking up, and you see how they're kind of like holding each other like soulmates, like best friends, or like mother-daughter, or how you would be with someone really close to you. But they're finally gazing up to the sun, and it's like the spirit guide. I don't know that it's spirit guide, I'm just interpreting it this way, but like the spirit guide's like, yes, yes, look at the sun, look at the signs, go in nature. And so maybe you or this person is getting a lot of signs in nature, and just weird coincidences. But anyway, the sun card, as Rachel wrote it, was, you know, love, healing, positivity, sunlight, pleasurable, brightness, happiness, high energy, passion, heat, feeling alive, energetic, abundance, and nourishment. So I feel like part of this transformation has to do with love, learning about unconditional love. So there's something that needs to be healed in this person. It's weird because I wore the shirt love. Oh my gosh, I just realized that. I just realized I have the shirt on love. It's crazy. And then my sign up there says Love Street. And then it says love here is the first word. 3 loves. Okay, so yeah, this is about love. This is about learning to love yourself, or this person learning to love themselves. It's also about learning unconditional love, and really, what is love? What is love? This whole transformation is about learning what real love is. And there's soulmates involved that are teaching this. This is an important life lesson. Some people within the situation have learned the lesson easier than others. The ones who've listened to their intuition more, who've been more in tune with their divine communication, their angels, and following their instincts and following the insights they're getting, that person is learning simpler, gentler lessons about love. Whereas not the people not listening to their intuition and not speaking with their spirit team, and really, 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 really avoiding these changes. Like, I just feel like, you know, like in the cartoon where they take the cat and they try to put it in the water, and it's like, no, and like it's not going in that water. That's kind of how this person is. Like, they're not gonna make these changes. They don't want to. They refuse. They're not gonna listen to their intuition. So they are now realizing that they have to heal, and they have to learn how to heal love, how to embrace love. They have to learn actually what is love. It also has to be, they have to learn to be more positive. And part of this transformation is being more positive, having a more sunny disposition, having more appreciation for the sun. You know what I said, like waking up every morning and being so happy to be alive. Yeah, just being happy that you get to see the sun another day is enough of a reason to want to heal and to want to embrace this transformation, to want to listen to your spirit team, because you were put here for a reason, okay? And I think someone here along the way has lost sight of that fact. And they just maybe feel like life is just a waste of time. What's the point? We're all gonna die anyway, blah, 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 blah. Like, this person's just not in their sunshiny side. And then that's just really what this is about, becoming more optimistic, okay? And then brighter and more happiness, and going from low energy to high energy, and having more passion about life. Okay, and understanding, I think part of this is because it talks about energetic abundance. So this isn't about making more money or becoming more materialistic and more affluent that way. It's about realizing that it's the energy. You can be abundant, you can be the poorest person in the world, but if your energy is of high vibration, you're abundant in love, then you are truly a wealthy person, right? And that's part of this. And then it talks about nourishment. So maybe changes in the diet, or changes in how you nourish your soul. Maybe you or the other people around you are learning how to nourish yourself with things that you're watching, things that you're doing, things that you're eating, people that you're associating with, how you're socializing in a more nourishing way. Because, we can either eat an apple or we can eat a bag of chips. Okay, they're both going to feed us, but which one's going to nourish you? So part of this transformation is going from eating to feed yourself rather than really nourishing your soul. Because I feel like this person is spiritually, there's someone in this transformation situation that you are attached to has been like spiritually anorexic, just not feeding their soul, not doing the things they love, not being with the people they love, not loving life, not waking up and being passionate and healing the things that are gonna help turn this person into a more nourished person who's more bright and having higher energy. Because when you heal from the inside, it shows on the outside and it gives you more energy and passion for life. Okay, then intention in reverse. Goals or plans, what one wants to happen, directed energies, purpose, aim, target, making plans, and working with a goal in mind. So I feel like maybe that's another thing. It's like this person or you or this person or people that you're dealing with have not really focused on having intentions. They just don't really necessarily have a direction. And because they don't have an intention, they don't really know what their life purpose is, or they don't really feel like they know where they want to be, it's kind of keeping them stuck. And part of this transformation is becoming more positive, really focusing on intentions and putting energy and effort where it needs to go, because this person has not had specific, measurable, agreed, realistic, time-bound, ethical, and recorded, ways of handling their life, okay? They've just been maybe not really focused on the things that matter, because this is deep focus. So maybe this person has been focusing on shallow things, three-dimensional things that are not, that important. It's like recently when I watched my aunt die, and it really had such a profound effect on me, because seeing her in that vulnerable state and just knowing that at that point the only thing she can take with her is her mind and her soul and her spirit. And it didn't matter how much money she had in the bank or where she was going on vacation, or how she was going to get to work the next day, or what she's gonna cook for dinner, or just petty things like, oh, well, my neighbor's a jerk, so I'm gonna be, petty and just block them in all the time and annoy them and play loud music just to be petty because I don't like them. Kind of stuff. Like, she wasn't thinking about all those things that kind of really occupy a lot of our time during the day, that are so meaningless and so unimportant and so just trivial. And you think about how much energy you put into, cussing people out on the road, or, getting angry at your mailman, or, I was really angry at the people at Smoothie King yesterday because I was in line for 30 minutes. And I was so mad. I lost my temper, and then I came home and I was like, oh God, I'm sorry. I really shouldn't have lost my temper like that, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, I wasn't hurting anyone else other than myself, because that guy doesn't care. And I'm just getting angry over a smoothie. I was just thinking, I actually was thinking about man. I was like, when you're dying and when you're leaving this world, you're not focused on these ridiculous things that we spend so much of our time and energy, and just to go round and round in circles. And I was like, I have to grow more, because I have to work on that. I have to focus through grace. And I have to give myself grace because I came home and I repented. I was like, you know what? I shouldn't have gotten so angry about that. You know, I don't even have anything going on. I don't know where to be. I'm just gonna come home. And I was kind of rude to that poor little guy that worked there, you know, the drive-through, and he's like, well, we're short-handed and it wasn't his fault, you know what I'm saying? So I had to ask God for grace. I had to give myself grace, forgive myself, learn the lesson, use my intuition to say, okay, I need to make a change. It's something I need to work on because I want to be more sunny. I want to spread light. You know, I want to look up to heaven like them and realize what matters is peace and how lucky I am just to be alive and have the sun out above my head. And yes, I was hot and I really wanted the smoothie, but I could have waited 10 more minutes and it would have, sun still would have been out and life still would have been trekking along. And I would have been a lot happier had I changed my outlook and had I changed my reaction to that situation. So this is some kind of thing where I feel like the Spirit is asking us to be more present, more in the moment, to be more self-reflective and look at things, even if it's something small we can do every day to walk more in grace with the divine and to be more in the Christ consciousness, and to be more, you know, to modify. How can we modify our behavior and restructure our life and restructure our behavior to be more sunny, more optimistic, okay? And we can write goals. We can figure out how we want to direct our energy. Do we want to direct our energy in love, or do we, you know, what can we do? Focus intentions, okay? Also, I feel like there's someone who like has, like, when I think of this as a target, like, it's just you're aiming and you're wanting to hit a bullseye. So someone knows exactly what they want, or they're going to part of this transformation is somebody, either you or someone around you, figuring out exactly a target intention. Where do they want to go? Where do they want to be? Who do they want to be with? Where do they want to live? How do they want to live their life? What kind of person do they want to be? They're figuring this out. You, really, I think it's you or a lot of people around you in your life right now, okay, collective. And I feel like people, also, it's, you want to become a more ethical person. And what does ethical mean? Well, it's different to every person. But maybe a lot of you or the people that you're dealing with are questioning their ethics and saying, how do I want to live my life? My battery's low. Surprise, surprise. And maybe just being more real and being realistic about choices you've made, being realistic about, like I said, I had to forgive myself and walk in grace. And of course, I'm not gonna be perfect. There's gonna be times I'm gonna lose my temper, I'm gonna be irritated, but just taking the steps, okay? And trying to focus on the things that are deep and that matter in life, not yelling, you know, not being, putting all my energy into getting mad about a smoothie when I could put that energy into a creative project, or playing a game with my kids, you know, having fun with them, talking, laughing, cooking together. You know what I'm saying? That would be a better way to spend my energy. Or even just taking that extra time to pray, or to send out or do positive affirmations in the car, or whatever. There's so many other better uses of my time than getting angry and stepping out of the character I'm trying to build. So, focusing deeply, okay? Because it was in reverse, so this is something that has to be worked on. Figuring out for sure what it is you want, what are you going for? You know, how can you become more ethical? And then time bound. So like, how can you use your time better? How do you want to spend your time? I was just talking about that, right? And then agreeing on this with others too. talking to the ones around you or agreeing with the soulmates in your life. How can we as a team and as a spiritual team make more focused decisions that are going to help us get to the sunshine? So soulmate in the upright, and it's a person whose soul has a special connection with you. It could be a life partner, it could be a child, or, I believe, everyone has a different opinion. I believe it can be, a baby daddy, it could be, boyfriend, girlfriend, grandparent, family member. I think it can be friends too, but the person God made, especially for you, someone you have a magical and empowering bond with. So this person, and according to her deck, I think she meant it more in a love or romance way. But I'm open to this being also other types of soulmates. But anyway, it's like, but there is someone who has the key to your heart, or these people have the key to your heart, okay? And you have the sunflowers here, and then we're talking about the sun. So I do think there's some healing going on with your soulmate relationships, whether it's love, and if you believe you only have love soulmates, then this would be a love message for you. But if you believe it could be like a healing with your child, or healing with a mother, or someone you're really struggling with that is a soulmate, I believe it's going to happen. Also the key, because this key is coming kind of like up from, down from heaven at the top of the card. So I believe the key, it's like the key is going to come from heaven. It's going to just fall down in your lap, the key that you're going to need to really open up your heart and open up your spirit to healing the soulmate connection, or these soulmate connections, okay? So, and then there's hearts there. So like, yeah, healing the heart. And then this key has a heart on it. And like I said, there's the sunflower. And you see these people of all different ages and types here. So it's kind of like going through the walks of life. And, I just feel like soulmate relationships are going to go through transformations, okay? And the more you listen to your intuition, the easier this lesson is going to be for you, and the quicker the situation is going to heal, okay? So I'm going to get like 2 more cards from this deck, and then I'll get a couple of tarot cards. Wow, they always go down here. I'm scared I'm going to knock over all the candles. All right, excited. Came out. I was like, I'm pretty excited. Okay, so feeling very happy, looking forward to something, joy, gratefulness, amazing feelings, enthusiastic, and overwhelming bliss and euphoria. So as these relationships heal, I feel like you're gonna feel great again. It's kind of like Trump says, making America great again. No, you're making your relationships great again. The people around you, I believe there's healing going on as we give each other grace, and as we focus our intentions on being and doing better, right? When you know better, do better. And then Twin Flame came out. I was really not trying to make this into a love reading, but yeah. So this probably is, because the Twin Flame card came out, I would say this definitely is going love. So there's going to be healing with your twin flame. There's going to be progress made. I'm not saying I'm not going to be like in a reunion or anything like that, but I do think there's going to be, in a spiritual way, some kind of healing. Even if y'all aren't reuniting, spiritually on a higher level, you're still healing each other, and you're going through both of y'all are transforming, and you're starting to listen to your intuition more. But because of not listening to your intuition, it's really, what's the word I'm looking for? Crippled. It's kind of crippled your and sort of slowed down your spiritual journey. It's almost come to like your healing, not journey. Your healing has come almost to a halt. And it's slowed way down because of one or both of you not wanting to make the changes, not listening to your intuition and following your spirit team. But I feel like both twin flames are now really wanting to be in the sun. They're wanting to grow, be more optimistic. I think they're ready. I think too, like maybe they weren't putting in work here. They weren't like focusing together, making goals together, really spiritually working together as a team. You know what I mean? I feel like when one was working hard, the other one wasn't. And when the other one was, it was like the scales were never balanced. One would be giving more than the other would, and then the other. And it's like there was a struggle to work together, to be equally yoked. This was unequally yoked. This twin flame and soulmate. But you're going to be excited because I think there's going to be healing, some kind of healing, twin flame. And yeah, there's a candle here, and I have candles here. I have a red candle with fiery wall of protection. So there has been a fiery wall of protection over this twin flame relationship, because let's see the candle. I don't know if you can see, it's hot, but it says fiery wall of protection. And I just happened to light that particular candle, and time is running out. So your twin flame knows that time is running out. This transformation has to be done. This healing, even if it's not on the physical, it has to be done spiritually. Meaning like y'all don't have to be in union to be healing each other, because you can be like, your spirits can be meeting up when you're dreaming and just watching, observing one another, even from a distance. You're still healing, because energy is fluid and it's not just everything you can see with your eyes. But this you guys have been mirroring each other like you do. And it's a relationship that is challenging to help you evolve. And that's what's happening. I think collective, all the relationships in your life, not just even your twin flame, but also soulmates, because both cards came up. I think even like relationships with children, with family, with everyone has been very challenging. And you're needing, and God is asking you to still pray for grace, walk in grace, and know that your mistakes are always forgiven, and God will always, He'll always help you to do better, and He always forgives you. And as long as you love God, repent, reflect on your behavior, know when you need to do better, make amends. I think it's time for people to really make amends, because watching my aunt die, I realized, wow, life is so precious and not to be taken for granted. Because in the end, even though my aunt had done a lot of things and she said she had a lot of regrets, in the end, she really was healing, and she was talking about it, and she had her daughters who really she was estranged from for many years come down, and there were tears, and they were reunited, and she still had her chance. She still was given the grace before she had her last breath. I actually talked to her the last day she spoke, and she told me some pretty amazing things, and it's just, it was very powerful. So what I'm saying is, God gave her grace, even though she didn't live her life the way, and in the end, she kind of went through spiritual warfare in her mind, going through, she was like, I wish I'd done more, I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that. And you don't want to be like that on your deathbed, do you? I mean, I think we all are going to have some regrets and wish we'd done this or that, but with hers, it was a lot, and I just don't want anyone watching this or anyone in their life to feel that way. I want you to be like so happy that you're almost celebrating going out and saying, I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we took that trip together. I'm glad I made amends with everyone. I'm glad I wasn't so petty. I'm glad I grew and learned to be patient and learned, what mattered in life. That's what you want to be saying on your deathbed, right? Okay, divine gifts. So divine gifts are coming. And, actually, I believe my aunt's death was kind of a divine gift to me because it was her time to go. And, a lot of people get really scared and weird about death, but we all are going to die. It's a part of life. So it's like, I feel like we grieve it, but really we should be happy because when that person's time is to go, they take all those lessons with them and they go to the next, life and the next whatever. We don't know where it is, but we know that they're moving and growing and transforming, evolving. So it was a gift for me because it helped me realize how much more I need to work on myself and the people around me, how much more I need to appreciate them and value them and try hard to get along with them and love them and forgive and, just be a better version of myself. That was a gift to me. Okay, so gifts from the divine beings, prayers are being answered. So as you pray, prayer is very powerful. Your prayers are going to be answered. You're going to be given divine grace and good karma. It's going to come to you as you heal this. If you go through this transformation, you're going to create good karma for yourself and for those around you. And God is on your side. Collective, God is on your side. And if God is on your side, who can be against you, right? Help is on the way. And also, there's going to be some favorable outcomes. And I think your spiritual gifts are going to be increasing a lot. So prepare for that, for your spirit. And also, I think you see a lot of your loved ones, a lot of your soulmates and your friends are going to all have stronger, more spiritual connections. Not just so everything quite as shallow. It's going to get deeper. It's going to get more spiritual. The whole planet is going more towards a spiritual way of thinking and going to, people are waking up to what's going on in the world and trying to get away from that evil, and trying to transform on a spiritual level. Okay, yeah, I'm not saying that the earth is perfect yet, but there's a lot of evil going on, but I feel like people are wanting these changes as a collective. Okay, they want the divine gifts, but you have to accept the gifts. You have to say, I accept good graciously from God, okay, or creator or consciousness or whatever you call it. But your prayers will be answered. Good karma is, and God is on your side. Really, He's helping to heal you. He has a fiery wall of protection over you. If you're in a twin flame journey, it is being protected, and it says fiery wall. So maybe light candles, or look at a fire, look at a flame. Go where it's hot. Go in a sauna. Go do hot yoga. I know it sounds crazy, but I feel like hot, for whatever reason, I'm being led to say do hot yoga because that heat and that passion helps to, make you think of the sun. So even if you just go into the sauna or the steam room or a hot tub, let that heat inspire you to kind of put the flame under and get you moving and wanting to change, okay, and make these changes and transform into something great. Okay, now I don't think I'm gonna have time to do tarot in this reading, but I'm gonna do some of my cards that I wrote. Okay, your energy is precious. Don't let others F up your aura. Best day ever. Okay, so, and there's that airplane, so there could be some traveling going on. Maybe your twin flame was traveling to you. You're going to travel to them. Maybe you're going to travel with loved ones. Star represents healing, so it could be an Aquarius could be involved here, or it could just be you're a star, or you're like a guiding star to others, or you have someone in your life who's like a guiding star to you. An airplane is also kind of going in direction, which we're talking about focus and intention. Airplane has a focus place that it's going, and it knows this is where my destination is. That's kind of what's happening. People are getting into that knowing where they're supposed to be, knowing where their target is, where their destination is, okay? And yeah, best day ever. Remember I was talking about being more positive. And then hot dogs. I don't know why I put hot dogs on here. Use your imagination with that one. But it could also just be like, I'm thinking of like going to a baseball game or an event or a circus we eat hot dogs like on, fun, in the summer. So it could have some kind of significant meaning to you. Maybe you like to do that with your family, or maybe, I don't know. But to me, it makes me think of like travel, fun. I guess it could be like sexual connotations too. So maybe that. Maybe you're gonna have a hot dog contest. You ever seen those horrible contests where they eat like 1,000,000 hot dogs on 4th of July? It's terrible. I mean, I could never do it. I would literally never do it. But maybe I could do a wine drinking contest. Okay, so this is interesting that this came out. Envious fake friends are creating small difficulties in your life at this time. Okay, because you are hot stuff. Spicy. We keep talking about heat. So don't let your heat and your fire and your passion and your transformation be stunted or dimmed or diminished by envious and fake friends. Okay, Spirit's saying, yeah, call me. So these fake friends might get upset because it says call me. Like maybe as you're going through this transformation, you're going to realize who your real true friends are and the ones that aren't, and the ones that are being fake and the ones who are genuine and true, and the people that really support your twin flame relationships and the ones who support your soulmate relationships and are meant to be there, who are wanting to heal, who are wanting to live better lives. And and so as you're healing, you might start just slowly distancing yourself away from the fake friends and the envious. And you're going to know, okay? Because you're going to feel it, because you're going to start listening to your intuition more. You're going to walk in grace. And I don't think you're going to be cruel and be like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be your friend. I just think it's just going to naturally happen. You're going to naturally stop wanting, and so you're gonna have some angry people, or maybe some people who are just like, call me, and then you're gonna be like, no, I'm focused on other things right now, things that are just more important. So I see the flower. I feel like they're saying stop and smell the roses. Take time to stop and smell the roses, those small little things. The flowers, remember the flowers in the beginning that I said were like the intuition coming on? Like I feel like you need to get inspiration from like flowers and nature and just the beauty of the natural things. Because it's like people, I remember one time I was out walking and I had an ex-boyfriend, and he was all into like Louis Vuitton and all this limited edition shoes and Jordans and all this, and I came back and I picked some like flowers and stuff, and I was like, I collected all these things on my walk. I was like, look at this, these are limited edition, because there's only one of these, and they're beautifully created and they're real, and nature just said that it's it's natural, it came out on its own. So I was like, these are the real true limited edition things. I mean, it just looks at me like I was crazy, but yeah, that was his favorite word to describe me, was crazy. But anyway, but get away from fake friends, and they're creating small difficulties. So it's not like these people are destroying your life, but they can be, and I think they are affecting you and your relationships in a negative way. Okay, so be aware of that. There's an R on here, so that could be like someone's initial R. I don't know, that could have some kind of meaning to you. Maybe one of your fake friends' names starts with an R, or maybe that's one of your names, or your twin flame's name, or a soulmate that you're having issues, that you're healing things with. It could be a lot of things. Take it as it resonates for you. And then there's lips on here, so I just feel like maybe you love kissing certain twin flame, your twin flame and your like lover, but also like kissing your family, giving your kids kisses like on the the cheek, or kissing your dog. Like I always kiss my cats and dogs, and they hate it. Like, I literally grab them and chase them down and like hold them down and kiss them, and they're like, ah. But I feel like you need more kissing, even if it's kissing yourself in the mirror. Kiss yourself in the mirror. Just, I don't know, there's something about the mouth. Even like just kiss your kid on their forehead, or and hug your kids and hug your family. And I just feel like you need more affection. You need to be more affectionate with those you love. Okay, however that is. Hugging, appropriate kissing, obviously, but you know what I mean? Just like more affection, because physical touch is very healing. Even if it's just a pat on the back or a high five or whatever, as you feel comfortable. Obviously, you just don't do that with anyone, and certain people, have a certain kind of sensitivities to touch and stuff like that, where it bothers them. So, obviously be respectful. But what I'm saying is, I feel like there's a call here for more affection. Even if it's, and I'm saying like with everyone, your pets, even your grandmother, like squeeze her hand or give her a hug when you see her. When you would normally just like say, hi, grandma, actually touch her hand and say, hi, grandma, like just a little bit more physical affection in all your relationships, and with yourself too. Love yourself. Get a massage, or I don't know, massage yourself, or like high five yourself in the mirror every morning, or kiss yourself in the mirror every morning. Tell yourself how beautiful you are, okay? Sometimes being fearless means letting go, and let God, okay? So your spirit team's asking you to be fearless, okay? Choose love over fear, and let go. Let go of things. Like, I should have just let go of my anger with that whole smoothie situation. I should have just, like I said, I could have used my time in that car waiting, doing something productive instead of being angry and complaining. Bible says do all things without anger and complaining, murmuring and complaining. So that's something that your spirit team wants you to work on, is complaining less. Complain less. Focus more on the good. Complaining doesn't do anyone any good anyway, right? It just makes everyone around you miserable. And it doesn't change except what you can't change. And ask God for more help. Okay? And in here, it's like it has like a little magical bottle. So, I don't know, maybe you could, I think it's just like become more of a magical person. See life as a miracle. See life as magical. And yeah, this is like a loud platform. So like, I don't know, maybe some people are gonna get kind of loud. Maybe some of these fake and envious friends are gonna get loud and angry, or when they feel like you're letting things go in this situation. And then take time to frolic, move in a cheerful and enthusiastic manner more often, okay? Consider flying a kite, having a picnic, or moving in the water, okay? So that's what I was talking about, and then, it's crazy because this other card fell out, play. So you need to play more in your life, okay? We don't play enough. We're just so busy adulting and running around with, like chickens with our heads cut off, that we don't play enough. So frolic, move in a cheerful and enthusiastic manner more often, okay? So be enthusiastic about how you move. Dance. I was dancing all morning today. I was dancing around the house in my moo-moo with my kids. They were laughing at me. They're older, so they just think I'm great. Completely batshit crazy. But I was dancing, and I was trying to get them to dance with me, but they were not doing it. But it was making me so happy. I don't know why. I was just singing and laughing and moving. And so do that, like fly a kite. How long has it been since I've flown a kite? I can't even remember. But it's actually really fun to do things like that. And that's really what we were meant. God put us on this earth, our Creator put us on this earth to enjoy things. The silliest things can be so fun. Frolicking is fun. I like to frolic. But I think dancing is so fun. And then, like, there's elephants. Like I said, nature. Go to the zoo. It's kind of hot here for the zoo, but the trees, I'm telling you, I've listened to a lot of people talk about the trees. I feel like trees are very healing and very powerful because think of how long they've been here. And all of our ancestors would sit, under the trees and get messages, and they shade us and they protect us. So it's like a balance between like underneath the trees and the shade and then the sun, the yin and the yang. Something about being in the trees is going to heal you and help you. When you feel frustrated, when you feel really down, or you feel frustrated with your twin flame or these soulmate relationships, move more, dance, take a dance class, just dance in front of the mirror naked, frolic, go sit under the trees, get out in the sun if you can safely. I can't be in the sun a lot, but I can go out and look, and do the sun as safely as I can. Okay? So there's that message. These are your messages. And I'm just going to get one angel card, and then I'll be done because it's almost been an hour. And then I'm really going to do a real love reading. This was not really supposed to be a love reading, but it's okay. It turned into it because it was the cards that came out, and that deck has tons of different cards in it. And we have soulmate and twin flame. So, okay. Setting boundaries. Okay, you need to set boundaries. So that could be part of healing, part of this healing with the people that are your soulmates and your soul tribe, okay? And these envious friends, fake friends. And it could be family too. Archangel Michael, you are strong enough not to be swayed by others' opinions of what you should or shouldn't be doing. Ask me to cut cords with anything that feels heavy. I will free you as you do. So they want you to connect to the good place within yourself, which knows you deserve the best, because you do. You do deserve the best. Okay? Celebrate your ability to do what pleases you. It's your birthright to claim your soul's joy, which is what I was talking about. God put us here to have fun and to be joyful. And if where you're at is not making you happy and not making you joyful and you're not at peace, then you need to move somewhere else. You need to go in a different direction. That is, listen to your intuition. That's your intuition telling you this is not where you're supposed to be. Whether it's, like I said, a school you're going to, a job you're at, a city you live in. Obviously you can't always just quit your job that day, but you can make goals. You can start doing focused things, set your intention to make those changes. I can't find the darn card. Yeah, and that's what they want you to do. And they're going to give you divine gifts to help you along the way. But you can start making goals and taking baby steps. Not everything can be done. Rome wasn't built in a day. But you can start. And this is important. Listen, you are strong enough not to be swayed by other people's opinion of what you should or shouldn't be doing. You have to decide what's best for you, not your family, not your friends, not anyone except you knows what's best for you. And so that's what, and it says, Archangel Michael, if you ask him, will help you to cut cords. Maybe you need to do a cord cutting ceremony or listen to cord cutting music. They have it on YouTube. And it says anything that makes you feel heavy. So if you're anything that's making you feel heavy, you need to cut that cord, and so that you feel free. And connect to that deep knowing. And you have to know that you do deserve good. Everyone deserves good. Everyone deserves grace. Everyone deserves forgiveness and love. So it's coming to you as you heal and go through this transformation. Don't resist it, and don't let your loved ones resist it either. Encourage them, grab them by the hand, and gently pull them on this spiritual journey. I love you guys.